I lied to you last time. I didn't get enchantments. So how about we get enchantments today? Today we are going to be transforming this area down here into not only a blaze factory that is, fully able to, create everything that we want it to do in reference to blazes, but also a full, actual experience factory. So I think we'll have to expand this room out a little bit and probably drain the water, or at least block it off. And then we'll put a station over here that's going to be full of all of the blaze enchantment stuff, including cakes of enchanting, which are hard to make, but I will figure out how to make them. So, especially since, lapis is not that hard to get in this mod. We can mix blue dye and nether quartz using Stam's tweaks, which is absolutely busted. We have 600, which is fine to have 600 cakes of enchanting, which, again, it's not the worst thing in the world. So I will try to make this place look nicer. I will probably grab a bunch of tuff from different places. I don't know if I have any left over, but I can certainly try to find some. I just want to make this place look a little better, and hopefully I can do that. I want to try and get some amethyst, because amethyst is used for the tinted glass, and tinted glass is going to be super useful for this farm, which means I'm going to need a bit of it. I'm going to need a decent chunk. I'm also going to grab more blaze spawners, because 1 is a decent number. 1 is more than 0, but as you can see, it's not making a whole lot of XP. We'll start with material gathering, and that also means I'm going to grab the blaze spawner as well. So I will be back. Using the same trick as last video, I found a new blaze spawner and placed it inside of the blaze farm. Okay, I just put the second one in there. And I'm turning off hostile mob sounds, because I cannot stand hearing the sound of infinite blaze death. But it is working. The second one is going to add to the carnage. We will be continually getting loot here. Basically what I want to do is I want to make these mechanical grindstones, and I will be able to extract 3 millibuckets of liquid experience out of each nugget, which means this is 21, and we need 1,000 per cake, which means that we need 333, which is like 5 stacks of these, which is not coming super quickly, but the more spawners we put in, the easier it will be, especially if we put in higher ceilings. That would help. I think we will eventually have a decent number of spawners. There's only 2 in every fortress, so I'd have to raid another fortress to get more. So I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find some amethyst, and then we'll grind down the amethyst, make some tinted glass, so that you can see the actual inner workings of this grinder. And from there, we'll lower the floor level, so then we are level with this chest, and then we can start to actually do stuff in this room. So we need to get some tuff. So I will try to find some tuff, and I will mine it out, and then from there I will build the area, along with I'll try to find some amethyst as well. I'll try to just mine out a whole amethyst geode, and if that's enough, then hopefully that's enough. If not, then I'll try to find another one, but I will see you guys there. I ended up finding an area with some tuff, and inside of it was a geode, so it's kind of a win-win. I then started using the drill to dig out an area next to the spawner, which would be the area for our brand new experience factory. I toyed around with the idea of different blocks, but I ended up choosing cut tough bricks and polished deep slate. Okay, this is a very nice room. It's very nice. It's kind of industrial. This is actually the first time I've ever done anything like this. In the create mod, you know, I actually had something on display, and I think that this looks great. Obviously, there's a bit of an issue here with the blazes still getting stuck. Not sure why that's happening, but obviously that's affecting our rates. So could be a potential fix could be that I lower these fans or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look at the design again from Chosen, but I'll look at that later. I'll look into it later. We have accrued a little bit of stuff here. Not a whole lot, but enough to where I'm comfortable to start on the actual blaze enchantment setup here. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take out these nuggets of experience from this item vault. In fact, we might not even have this item vault here. We might just funnel them directly into the grindstone while sorting out the blaze rods and blaze powder into the room itself. I want to have the ability to take out the blaze rods and blaze powder while still having the liquid experience. So there's just going to be a sorting setup where maybe we'll just have the rods and powder end up in a chest, or maybe not a chest, maybe just a vault. We'll put a vault over in this corner. So we'll have an item vault here, probably with depots for the blaze rods and blaze powder. And then over here, or possibly we'll flip that around. We'll put the vault over here, and then we'll put the enchantment setup over here. I will fix this issue as well. I'll just have to look into it. Okay, so now we have the item vault that has the blaze powder and blaze rods inside of it, and then we have the fluid tank that is going to be filling up with liquid experience. So using these two things, we can, or well, just using one of them, to be completely honest with you, we can pipe it into, throw it into a spout, and we can make a system that funnels down some Keiko enchanting bases, and then make those Keiko enchanting bases into cakes of enchanting, and then we can have the two the blaze enchanter and the blaze forager over here. Now the problem is that we're going to need skylight access, which I just realized, but I mean we're in a pretty decent spot where it can be hidden amongst some foliage and stuff, so it's not too big of a problem. The reason why we need skylight access is because these things get struck by lightning whenever they work. So you'll also hear the grindstone go off. If you ever hear a grindstone go off in any of these clips, it's because whenever a nugget of experience ends up in the system, it sounds like a grindstone is being used. Yep, there it is. So yeah, that is basically everything for this build so far. We do need to get the blaze forger and the blaze enchanter actually made, which means that I need to get one more blaze burner because I only have one, which isn't going to be hard because we have all of the stuff and we literally have blazes inside of this room, so I can actually do that right now. Please don't die. Oh, I got one. Okay. Uh-oh. I lost a block. It's okay. No one's gonna know. No one has to know. They're gonna know. How would they know? Oh my god. I believe I have a smithing table up here. I don't. First time making a smithing table. In order to make these blaze enchanters and blaze forgers, you need a few things, which I have all of. You need a blaze smithing template. You need blaze burners, and you need an anvil for the blaze forager, and an enchantment table for the blaze enchanter. These 2 items are very valuable and very nice to have. As you can see, you can do enchantments from level 0 to level 30, and in fact, you can actually use, I believe it's unenchanted items as templates. So if I do diamond sword, yep, there you go. You can do diamond sword enchantments. I'm not sure if it's onto anything, but like, I believe you just use it as a template. And then this one is, you take one thing, and then you put another thing on, and then they can combine into whatever, as long as they are compatible items. So basically, this is an anvil, this is an enchantment table, and they have different liquid experience levels for super liquid experience or regular liquid experience. The super liquid experience is gotten from the cakes of enchanting, which we will be making in this room over here. So these 2 will be our enchanter and forager. Now, the main way to stop these guys from literally killing themselves, I'm not kidding, is to put lightning rods next to them, so then they don't strike themselves with lightning. You only need to worry about that if you're using the super enchantments, which is what we're going to be using. After that, we are now done with the actual construction part of this build. Now we need to make the setup for the cake of enchanting. So we need sugar, egg, and lapis. So lapis we can just have on hand. We can just lapis can be our catalyst for making the actual bases, because we probably aren't going to need more than 64 of these, but if we do, then that, you know, that sucks. We'll spend a little bit more. Again, we probably won't need more than 64 sugar, and eggs are going to be the hard part. So eggs are going to be needed for multiple things. So I think if I just start an egg farm now, we'll be in good shape. Yeah, let's go make that egg farm, and then we'll test these things out. So I grabbed a chicken from the nearby jungle. Carrion makes that super easy. And I stuck them inside of an area using a funnel to place them onto a belt, and grabbed some sugar from some sugar cane, because that's the final ingredient that we need. And then I was finally able to make the cake bases. Okay, it looks like we have everything here. And now we have all of the things. So now we can basically just throw this into these things, and we have an infinite supply of super enchanting. These are going to be a little bit interesting to deal with, but overall I think it should be fine. I was eventually able to get the filter on here, and now we have cakes of enchanting, which can actually be cut into slices by a saw, which I think I will probably do here. If I can, yep, there you go. Just toss one on. And these cake slices of enchanting are a big deal, because you can individually add 250 millibuckets to each of them, which is a big deal. So this here is the Blaze Forger, which allows you to combine enchantments that aren't typically allowed to be combined. So this is your gateway to hyper enchanting. For example, if I had another prop 4 item here, like this, I believe if I add these two together, yep, prop 5. So I don't want to do that just yet. So this will take 2,157 millibuckets. But if we turn it down to, let's say, 30, it'll only take 321. But if we turn it up to 40, 754. 50 is 1370. And then obviously that is 2157. So We can probably do, what, like 43? 42? Oh, 41? Yeah, we could do 41. Actually, no, we can't, because... Yeah. We can't even do 40. So, basically... I mean, we definitely could, especially with these here. So, if we feed that one, and then we go up to, like, level 50 here. And we could do one more. It can enchant it. Gotta back up here. Bam! Enchanting complete. And it gave us Thorns 3 and Unbreaking 3. Alright, welcome back. I have to fix this. No, I don't! Oh my god! Hello! Welcome! Okay. So, this is a little bit of a change. As you can see, we have a little bit of a blaze farm. You can see we have a decent chunk of things in the item vaults. We're starting to make cakes of enchanting, which is very exciting. And we have these things here. The cool thing about this is that we can make super OP enchantments now. As you can see on this helmet, I have protection 5. The problem is that the XP cannot keep up. Like, there's not enough XP. So I think what I should do today is not only go get more blaze spawners, but also get villagers so I can add to this experience myself, because I can actually both pull and take from this tank, which then pumps into this spout. So it's not necessarily like, this isn't necessarily like the best or worst form of doing this farm. We just need to make it better. So I think what we'll start with today is we will start with getting the blazes, getting more blazes. Yep, I know. Leave me alone, actually. Does that work? Oh my god, that's so weird. I didn't know you could place one on there. Ah! We're cooking. Ah! Shake and bake. Get out! Ooh! So, once we get this done, I believe the next course of action is actually going to start on our first mega project. So many blazes pave the way for progress. The streets will be lined in blaze powder. Their luminescent glow keeping the monsters at bay. Screw putting things in giant trees. It's time to start putting giant trees on things. Wait, you're cooking. Hold on. Wait, you're actually cooking. Like I stack them side to side. Ah, why do they call it a restroom? I'm fighting for my goddamn life in here. Okay. Yep. There it is. So this is the room that we're gonna stick the villagers in. I think it's smaller than the room that they're currently in, but we don't need a whole lot of villagers, since we can automate everything else. The only thing that we need them for is auxiliary XP and different enchantments. So like, we'll probably have to get sharp from them. So we'll probably look for sharp 5 books, and then buy 2 of them, and then combine them into sharp 6, and then put it on this sword. All right, we've been getting a few more things. What should we try to enchant next? So we have this chestplate with Thorns 3 and Unbreaking 3. What should we try to enchant next, chat? Oh, it just gave me mending? What? Why? Man. Okay, you know what? Hold on. If I do enchantment level 24 and I get new boots, this should give me This should give me Depth Strider. Whoa! So if I do level 30, Hyper Enchanting, right? Will this give me, like... What? Oh! Okay. That's... Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Which means this can be grindstoned. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm picking 4! I forgot! Hello? Hello? What? Your Honor, that's Cap. We all know it. Dude, what is this chest plate? Okay. Well, okay, chat. Watch this shit, right? We can get another jetpack, right? But we can apply it to a netherite chest plate. We transfer what's on this chest plate onto the jetpack. So once we get all of this together, we are unkillable. I wonder, what color is math? Math is red. Okay, if you want the official charade underscore opinion, all right? The official charade underscore opinion, it goes, math is red, English is blue, science is green, history is yellow, everything else is black. Whether it be health or band or what other things could you have? I guess psychology could be purple. I'd be okay with seeing psychology as purple. Like if you could find a purple notebook and you're in a psychology class, psychology being purple makes sense to me. Last prop 4. Both hands up. Absolute cinema. Oh! Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god, it's getting expensive. Oh my god, it's a whole cake. That is a whole cake's worth of XP. Bang. I think this is a maxed out chest plate. Is this a maxed out chest plate? Yeah, okay. This is maxed out now. Which means... Chat... Prot 5, Blast Prot 5, Fire Prot 5, Projectile Protection 5, Thorns 4, Unbreaking 4, Mending, Netherite, Jetpack. The only thing we're missing on this is Capacity, I think. Now, I'm not sure if Capacity is compatible with the Enchantment Industries mod, but we can certainly see, especially with no, you get back here. You're about to drop yourself on that saw. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like trying to wrangle children. Okay, we just need a capacity 2 trade. All right, hit me. I'm not even set on fire. Okay, I literally just ended stream. And we got this jetpack. I'm just trying to look for a capacity 2 book. That's what I'm hoping to get. And once we get that from the villagers, this chest plate will be fully maxed out, which means that we can move on to the boots, which we're already roughly almost done with. We just need Depth Strider, and then Fire and Projectile Protection, and then Soul Speed. So we have a lot ahead of us for that one. This one might be one of the last ones that we finish. I might move on to the leggings, because the leggings are the same as what's it called? The chest plate, except it needs Swift Sneak, which if I find 2 Swift Sneak 3 books, that's just easy money. So I'm going to let this run for a while. And with that, we have the most powerful sword in the game. And there we are. The most powerful sword in all of Create. Boom. There we go. The perfect set of leggings with Curse of Vanishing 2 on them. The Symphony of the Grindstone. Here are the boots. The most powerful pair of boots that you will ever see in Minecraft. The netherite boots. Now, we could turn these into diving boots. I do believe that we can turn these into diving boots. And those are... Basically, it allows you to not swim in the ocean. And it allows you to swim in lava. I'm not super interested in doing that right now, all things considered. You know, like, it's not necessarily bad, it's just like, do I really want to do that? Not really. So, not right now, at least. We could possibly have another set of netherite diving boots. But, you know, there's no downside to having the jetpack. So, I'll have the jetpack, but we do need to get this helmet done. I'm not quite sure if we will get the advancement for cover me in debris, because we will not technically have a netherite chest plate. We will have a netherite jetpack. Not sure if it counts as a chest plate or not, but we will see. And with this final piece, this final enchantment, we have the full helmet. Respiration Aqua Affinity on top of everything else. Respiration Aqua Affinity on top of everything else. And it is now time to get the final piece of armor upgraded. There we are. Honestly, not too bad of a process. It did take me basically a whole day. I started my stream around 11 o'clock, and it is now 9:30 p.m. I did take a break in the middle to play some Overwatch, so sorry about that. But we have a full set of netherite armor. So next thing that we're going to work on is probably the tools. Not really sure what exactly we should do, as we're going to need 2 versions of each of these. Obviously with Efficiency 6, Unbreaking 4, and Fortune 4 for everything that needs Fortune, and then Efficiency 6, Unbreaking 4, and Silk Touch for the Silk Touch versions. Again, there's not much that we can add on these. So again, I might just do those off camera, as this video is already super long. I mean, hell, this segment of this video is 2 hours long, and I already have to comb through 2 hours worth of footage from the stream. So this could be a very, very long video. But, villagers are all set in stone. The, this machine is actually quite nice and handy. And this is actually a proof of concept for a little, basically one part of the Blaze Cake factory. Replace this with lava, and have these chickens, and replace lapis and sugar with cinderflower and sugar, and we are good to go for the Blaze Cake factory, which does not require blazes. I realize that the video kind of made it sound like it needed blazes. It doesn't. It needs lava. But yeah. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I really appreciate every single one of you watching right now. The next episode will probably start the actual build for this new area. Cecropia will be alive, and it will be well. I hope you all will see me there. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, thank you. And goodbye. Peace.